Hey Daniel, I'm sorry, it got very late. Okay, so I'm sending you my questions and also, sharing facts that I've been researching about the company. And please feel free to add your comments. And okay, so when we're talking about the company called Colonial Life, it's part of Unum, right? So, which is great because Unum is a great has a great reputation. So. Okay, so when it comes to company organization, you do have a regional manager, then you have trainers, recruiters, and managers. I was wondering how is the interactions with each other, since you guys are like trainers and recruiters. My understanding is that you guys are a support or do give support to agents all over what, Texas or the United States? I mean, just wondering, what is the how much access or how much support am I going to have from a trainer that a trainer that has what, 10, 20 managers to support, and then with how many agents, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to understand like how um the support of the interaction works. you know Okay, so process flow chart for new agents. Do you guys have any special discounts for like those training websites that for people that haven't gotten a license? And okay, so when it comes to contracting, is this a captive contract, or do you guys require termination from other carriers if the agents have been working with other carriers? Do you ask them to terminate their contracts? Now, are new agents vested from day one? That was another question about contracting. Okay, so now when it comes to training, do you guys have any kind of online training websites where agents can go to it, just they can go step by step, depending on where they are at in their experience or the time in the business, or um, in other words, can we personalize the training experience? So um, okay, so when it comes to business potential, also trying to visualize and have clarity of how the business is going to be in, or how is it going to look in 5, 10 years, right? So I know you guys have, and it's impressive, it has impressed me, the fact that you guys have like the city of McAllen, and I guess, yeah, you also have the independent school district, McAllen district school district. So that's really cool. And you also, work with premier clients, like big accounts, and not necessarily because I want to do that, it's because it adds a lot of credibility, because I believe in small businesses. I love small businesses. I think that would be where I would focus, but of course we would never would always be open to for big accounts, right? But it always helps for credibility and perception from clients, right? So now, question: eh, if let's say we get a big account, in that, if that company has stores, or let's say that we're working with a store and they have like different, or a restaurant, they have restaurants everywhere in Texas or even outside of Texas, can potentially, like, if we get something like that, we can my team work those accounts, or we have to um, work with and which is totally fine with me. Do we work with teams in those cities, so we can share and split the business? Is that something that you guys do, or how do you handle that? Okay, so now when it comes to marketing, I know you talked to me about lead generation. I was wondering if you guys do any kind of like Google ads, Facebook ads, if you run traffic through your main website. I see that you guys have landing pages in that main website. Um, but I really didn't find a lot. I'll show you what I found in Facebook. So I don't know how much digital marketing you guys do. I've always, I've always paid for my own marketing, so I'm always very very concerned that, of course, that has been a huge challenge for me to keep my good agents motivated and making money, not having a good marketing system. So I want to make sure that I have something really good in place before, I start getting people. Anyways, mass texting, email tools. Do you have anything like that? Existing clients? Or do you guys do targeting? Remarketing, which is like working with existing clients and prospects. Okay, so when it comes to marketing, I looked into the reviews, and yeah, there's very poor reviews on when it comes to, I don't remember if I did the reviews just for South Texas, but yeah, I found a 1.5 and I found a 3.6 when it comes to company reviews, but that can be fixed, definitely. I don't know if you guys have teams that work on that, but like I said, perception is everything, right? So SEO, do you do any kind of like SEO marketing? Do you do Google My Business also? Yeah, I found something on San Antonio. That was the closest reviews that I got from the Valley. I mean, there's nothing from the Valley, so it's just San Antonio. And there's a 5-star, but it's just one review. So that's what I found. And then the Facebook ad library, I found this really good. I really like the ads, and they're still active. So do you guys run ads in South Texas? I couldn't find anything in Spanish though. So, okay. So when it comes to customer service, do you guys expect the agent to take care of the customer service after they close the sale? I know we're always have to be part of the customer service process. But I'm just wondering how much of an agent time has to be dedicated for customer service. So educational approach to increase participation. Does the company allow new agents to explore opportunities of new enrollments in existing accounts? Is that something that you guys allow? And oh, this is huge for me. I'm traumatized because when I was in Affleck, we had to do all of the claims. I don't think they do that anymore, but I'm traumatized. So I was wondering, who follow up with and assist with claims. So yeah, sales agents should be selling the majority of their time, I believe, to actually make enough money to be successful and not spending too much time in customer service activities. So Spanish, I found this in Spanish, so that was a good thing. Google Agents, same thing. Google Agents in the Valley, and I couldn't find anything close to the Valley. Okay, so questions about hiring and recruiting. So yeah, I mean, I just basically want to understand how, if, or what's the perception? How do you explain? How do you get to the point where an agent sees your option as better than the traditional options that are out there for independent agents? So do you focus on new agents or veteran agents? So what are the strategies that you use to create loyalty and not end up, one of my friends would say, please don't end up training the competition, because when you don't have a good system, you end up training a bunch of agents and then they leave because you don't have, the system that they need to be successful. So anyways, it's exciting to see the videos and the website with like really young people. So I love that because goodness, I mean, it's a challenge to get young talent, right? In this business. Just the perception of the business, it's just not for young people. But I love the fact that you guys have a lot of young faces. So anyways, okay, so corporate opportunities, what's that all about? Is that an option for for new agents as well? Because I'm thinking if you give them a path of success, if you teach or you help them see themselves as being candidates for opportunities in the future with the company, and this is a company where they see themselves growing, then of course it's important to me, but it's more important for younger people that have never been successful. I mean, in my case, I know that I can be successful in, selling with many different, companies, because of course I've done that before. I already believe in the process. But new people that are young and just, they're just starting their careers, it's important to give them, I believe, that, that vision of where they're going. If they stay in this company, these are the opportunities that they can have, the leadership development programs. I love the testimonies of these young people that are working on, that are, developing their careers and those programs. So tell me more about it if you can. Okay, so the communication model, how often do you interact with each other? I would just want to kind of like know how that works, how do you guys communicate? How do you organize communications? Do you have meetings? Do you have chats? Or yeah, how easy is to access agent support? Because it's so important when you are working with multiple agents. To have a very structured system that you have for yourself and for them as well, because they need to understand that you are, yes, you're going to be available for them, but there's also a lot of resources that they can use before they take your time, because they have to respect your time or you will never grow. I mean, if you have people like calling you 24/7, it's just, yeah, it's nice to have the relationship. I mean, but it's not practical, to have agents calling you all day long, right? So just wondering how you guys handle those issues. So, okay. Now, oh, yeah, benefits. I was wondering if at some point, I know this is a 1099 position. I know at some point I would like to see there's there's the possibility of W-2 opportunities to qualify to buy group health insurance. That's important to me, not because I need it now. Thank God I'm very healthy, and my daughter's very healthy too as well. I just have a daughter. But she's gonna be in college in 2 years, so it's important to me. And now Obamacare is just not a great health insurance. My husband has Obamacare, and that's what we paid for. But I don't know. I mean, I would love to have the opportunity at some point, to buy group health insurance if the government doesn't get rid of it, right? With Medicare for all. But anyways, those are the times that we're living. You never know what's going to happen next year. Anyways, so commissions, renewals, if it's a vested contract, and overrides, how the overrides are going to work, and of course, the commissions are a lot lower than my current contracts, but I understand that this is an override business. For me, I have to see it as an override. So I think those are my all my questions and comments so far. So yeah, we'll be talking tomorrow. Just let me know when you have time and we'll connect. Okay, thank you. Have a good night.